It has been just incredible to witness the absolute bullshit that some people will believe. So, this clip has gone viral and is being shared by prominent accounts, including an account managed by Team Trump and the Republican National Committee, showing President Joe Biden apparently trying to sit down on an invisible chair. Except, as I'll show you, there is a chair behind him and he does sit down. But they cut the clip off before he sits down and pretends, though, look at this awkward moment. Look, before I even get to this, there are legitimate reasons to criticize President Joe Biden. Why feel the need to make things up? And look, I'm going to speculate as to why they invented this moment. But it's one thing, some random account makes some shit up and some handful of people fall for it and it has no impact. But a prominent Fox News host, Jeanine Pirro, even fell for this. And I know she fell for it and didn't just propagate it for her own, desire to criticize Biden, because she ended up deleting her tweet, showcasing how stupid people at Fox News are and that it's not simply about them pushing propaganda, but a lot of them actually believe the bullshit that they're fed. So this is the clip shared by, again, RNC Research, an account managed by Team Trump and the Republican National Committee, 500,000 followers. This is what they shared.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin.
And then they just cut the clip. They just cut the clip right as he actually goes to sit down. So on this account alone, this has 2.3 million views, and that's just this video from this account. Doesn't include people that repurpose that same video for their own accounts and have views on their videos. But here is the full clip.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
So clearly, he sits down. Why make this up? I'm going to speculate as to why. Apparently, from what I'm reading, I didn't care to watch the speech because I don't care for fake ass political speeches. But apparently, Joe Biden gave a solid speech where he looked strong, I suppose, is what I am reading. But that is now being overshadowed by social media because of this fake moment where he apparently tried to sit down on an invisible chair. So my feeling is that this is clearly intentional. Obviously, the RNC account, I'm sure they saw the full clip. I'm sure they saw him sit down. But they purposely cut that video off to try and make this the moment to come out of the speech as opposed to the actual speech itself. And as I said, many prominent accounts shared this, including Jeanine Pirro, Fox News host, saying, "This is the man representing us. This is how we are being perceived as a nation. Our commander-in-chief trying to sit in an imaginary chair on stage in front of the entire world. Lights on, but Biden's not home. Embarrassing is an understatement. There is no chair." Which is funny, because even in the video that she shares, you can see the chair. There's the arms of the chair. They all have chairs. It's very possible that Jeanine Pirro is the one where the lights are on, but she's not home. How anybody that hosts a major national news show for any network can fall for something like this is just amazing. Again, a lot of the people that work at Fox News, they know what they are. They know what they're doing. They go in for a paycheck. They spread bullshit. They know they're spreading bullshit, and they do it for the money. Jeanine Pirro appears to actually fall for this garbage because, again, she shared this and then deleted it because she was embarrassed for being so clearly wrong. It was also shared by many other prominent accounts, so this is just to be clear. Bill McCarthy shared this around. So Kyle Becker also took this tweet or took down this tweet saying Joe Biden appears to try sitting down with no chair on stage during a solemn D-Day ceremony at Normandy. This guy was apparently a producer for #1 Fox News primetime show and now is an independent journalist. Uh, if a journalist you follow falls for garbage like this, maybe question the things that this journalist is reporting on. Dave Rubin, who is probably the dumbest person on the right, he has to be. I mean, from everything I've seen, there's few people as dumb as Dave Rubin. But writing here, pooping or sitting on an invisible chair. He's apparently a comedian. That's what I'm told. Greg Price. This guy has a lot of followers too. I'm not really sure who this is, but they have followers, and this has a lot of 12,000 likes here. Sits on an invisible chair. Again, didn't happen. Oldro, another account. This has a lot of views and likes as well. Try sit in an invisible chair. Okay. Globi News, which I don't even think is a right-wing account from the other tweets I've seen them post. But again, they also post this garbage, which goes to say, like, anyone who is trying to do, I don't know, honest critique or honest reporting in any other context and falls for garbage like this, all it does is delegitimize your other work and make it impossible to believe anything else you post, even if it is true. I think from what I've seen from this account, they have criticisms of the Israeli government that are accurate, but anybody now seeing something like this and realizing you fell for this garbage, it doesn't look good on you. And it makes it tougher to believe the things you post, again, even if they're actually true. And this right-wing account, so Tommy Robinson is a far right-wing activist in the UK, also tweeting out this bullshit, invisible chair. Okay. Like, Donald Trump is a convicted felon. Your criticism of Joe Biden is that he tried to sit in an invisible chair? Like, look, I think it's fair to criticize. Well, it's definitely fair to criticize when it comes to policy, foreign policy, especially when it comes to Joe Biden. Not saying Trump is better. He's not. Trump is worse. But I think there are obvious, fair criticisms of Joe Biden. I've done many of those, especially over the past 8 months on this channel. But you don't have to make shit up. It just completely undermines any legitimate criticisms you may have. At least it does in my mind. Obviously, if you're stuck in a mindset of people who just are fed right-wing garbage all day long, then you don't care. Even if you find out that it's a video that was cut off, you probably still don't care because you just find the whole thing ridiculous and funny and you don't care. But if you're someone that is trying to do honest reporting, and I'm saying this because people tweeted this video at me as if like, oh, look at Joe Biden. He can't sit down, or he's trying to sit in an invisible chair. Like, what? Why would you tweet this shit at me? Why would people that otherwise, and they're people that otherwise I think mean well, but they fell for it? Likely because they saw other people who they trust falling for it. Just, man, try to do some basic analysis. Look at the context of things. Just watch a little more past the clip that you're shown. And you will see that there is, in fact, a real chair there. There are real criticisms of Joe Biden. Stick to those instead of making up absolute garbage.